You might be surprised to know that there are certain top-ranked global MBA institutions which are top 10 institutes worldwide wherein you can get an admission basis your CAT score. तो जो आप एक CAT का एग्जाम लिखते हैं या लिखने वाले हैं फॉर एडमिशन टू इंडियन MBA प्रोग्राम्स, वही स्कोर्स यूज करके आप इंटरनेशनल MBA भी कर सकते हैं. तो जरूरी नहीं है कि यू हैव टू राइट अ GMAT और अ GRE. इन दिस वीडियो आई एम गोइंग टू टेक यू थ्रू what are some of those top international B schools. Again, I repeat, top 10 international B schools as per rankings, as per the global FT Financial Times rankings, wherein you can apply using your CAT score. I will also be sharing with you a broad overview as to how to apply, when to apply, and all of those things. This video is intended for those जिन्होंने पिछले साल का कैट ऑलरेडी अपीयर कर चुके हैं और इस साल उन्होंने कहीं पे एडमिशन नहीं लिया बिकॉज द काइंड ऑफ बी स्कूल्स दे वांटेड टू बी इन दे कुड नॉट गेट एन एडमिशन टू दैट. माय डियर फ्रेंड, योर कैट स्कोर इज स्टिल वैलिड, एंड ऑल्सो इफ यू आर एन एस्पिरेंट हु इज अपीयरिंग फॉर कैट दिस ईयर, देन ऑब्वियसली नाउ you know that you have a much wider pool of B schools that you can actually access. If you don't know me yet, I am Darpan Saxena. I am an MBA graduate from MIM Udaipur. I have been the MBA Product Head at Career Launcher. I am the founder of Creatum and I help MBA students create fulfilling careers without depending on placements. Now, without further ado, let me take you through what are these top foreign institutes. But before that, I would want to share with you quick 4 points that why should you even consider MBA abroad. Because see, again, इसमें जरूरी समझना ये है. अभी पहला सवाल ये होगा, बट सर MBA abroad करने का फायदा है, बिकॉज मैंने सुना है शायद फायदा नहीं है या फिर ये नहीं है. फटाफट से spend some time into that. Now, what you will be seeing on your screen is that why consider MIM abroad. MIM क्या होता है? Master in Management, which means what? That your normal MBA program जो इंडिया में MBA program होता है, outside it is considered as an MIM program. Why? Because outside usually MBA program happens after 3 or 4 years of work experience. So because the Indian MBA programs do not have any such criteria, and because even freshers do Indian MBA programs, therefore internationally it is recognized as an MIM program. Now I would speak to you that why should you consider to do this. First of all, it is pretty obvious. It gives you global exposure. You get to interact with multicultural peers from different cultures, and the global exposure helps you learn a lot about the various things. So especially if you're pretty sure that yes, I would be working outside of India or I would want to work outside of India, this makes complete sense because this gives you that exposure already. It's almost like incubating yourself in an international environment before you actually go there and start working. The second thing is pretty clear. You get access to a larger job market. Now, while some of these, in fact, all of these international B schools, they do not offer placements. Like here in India, the B school organizes placement कि जब ठीक है final year में organizations will come to recruit you. This does not happen outside. However, most of, in fact, all of the recruitments happen when you go and you apply to the organizations. But in any case, it gives you a much larger access to work at top MNCs. If you would have observed, some of these Indian CEOs who are the CEOs of the top global organizations, while they did their education, their primary and higher secondary and even their UG education in India, for them to really make it big, they had to do a PG degree in the US or somewhere abroad. Moving on from there, the third point is very important if you are somebody who really plans to settle abroad. PR opportunities. PR is what? Permanent residency. Now, what happens is that MIM graduates in certain regions, their policies are such that you can get work visas after that, which can convert into a permanent residency as well, provided you spend certain amount of years there. So this is one good route for you to launch yourself into those international markets if you intend to stay there. And obviously the fourth one is that these, my dear friends, are some of the top ranked institutes. So if you'll open the Financial Times ranking for MIM programs, most of these institutes are actually higher ranked than your Indian MBA institutes like IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta. So you are actually getting access to global MBA programs which are higher ranked than IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, all of this using your CAT score. Now from there, let me take you through what are the list of these B schools. You would be surprised when you look at their rankings and the kind of opportunities you have. Let's go and see this. The first of them is Edeka Business School. I would like to draw your attention to point number 5, which is Financial Times MIM ranking. It is ranked 4th worldwide. This B school is in France. It was established in 1906. I've given you the average CTC and fees. The average CTC is 93.04 lakh. However, this has not been adjusted for PPP, which is purchasing power parity. This is not. So effectively, this salary would be equivalent to somewhere around 30 LPA in Indian salary standards. That's that. If you want to know that ये PPP क्या बोल रहा है यहाँ पे 30 कैसे calculate कर दिया, if you want a video on that, let me know. I'll make a video on how do you assess global salaries. I think it's a very important video which you must have if you're truly aiming for an international MBA, because these numbers might be misleading. See, again, I have put these numbers on the slide, but it's my duty that while the numbers are direct USD to INR, मैंने यहाँ पे करा है so that you can understand, but you also need to understand that effectively when you compare these with the Indian MBA salaries, how they are, that you can only know using PPP, purchasing power parity. Then here is the fees. Now you can clearly see. अब आपके जहन में कुछ सवाल होंगे, सर ROI बहुत अच्छा है या खराब है या कैसे है? I have already made one video already, which is MBA in India versus MBA abroad. You should watch that video to know, okay, whether this opportunity is good for you or not. Answers would be different for anybody, for everybody. That is why I always request, if you have doubts, connect with me one-on-one on my Topmate link, or you can join my free group as well, because you would want to know that, okay, basis your circumstances, what should you do? That is that. You have such a good B school right here in front of you. The admission process is a rolling basis. The second one, if you'd go, is ESCP Business School. Again, it is predominantly in France, but now it also has campuses in Germany, Italy, and the UK. It was established even earlier than that in 1800s. It is ranked 6th in FTMIM rankings, my dear friends. And again, you have the data for average salary and the fees. This also requires a few more things. You need to also pass your language exams for this, which is IELTS or the TOEFL. That's that. For you to know more about these, again, what I would actually urge you is that if you want to really dig deeper into this, you can request me that I'll make a video on each of these schools. Right now, my aim is to just give you an idea क्या क्या है schools. मैं इसमें गहराई में नहीं जा रहा हूँ, but my dear friends, all of these are top tier international. Again, see, rank 6th, top tier international B schools which accept CAT score. That is what my intention is. The next B school, my dear friends, is Emlon B school, which is again in France. You would see that a lot of these B schools are predominantly in Europe. That's that. It is 8th ranked globally, and this is also a very good B school in terms of the fee, in terms of the average CTC. Now, one more thing which I need to add here. The fee here is basically the tuition fee. So this does not include a lot of your living expenditures over there. So while a 21 lakhs might be sounding very extremely attractive to you, अरे यार 21 lakhs तो Indian MBA भी ऐसे कोई 18-20 लाख की होती है, तो उससे अच्छा तो ये कर लो, attractive है, but इसमें you can assume you can add another 10-15 lakhs for your living expenditures. But again, that can get subsidized by scholarships, that can get subsidized by if you do certain part-time jobs there. All of these things are the things which you need to learn. Therefore, if you want a video on these, let me know. Moving on from there, the next B school, my dear friends, is ESSEC, ESSEC Business School. Again, it's predominantly in France, but also has a campus in Singapore. You know the salary, you know the fees, you should know the ranking, because this is ranked 10th in the B school, follows a round-wise system. What you need to know is that all of these B schools are the schools which you can apply to right now, because whether they are rolling system or round-based, they are open right now. You can apply to them. Also, if you want to know more about them, go to their respective websites or ask me, we can speak about them. Then the next one is Schema Business School. Again, you would see it is a ranked 30 B school, has campuses at so many places, good in terms of the salary, good in terms of the fees by international standards. Yes, yes, this is going to be expensive, but you know that you have certain B schools to go to. My dear friends, my objective in this video is to give you an idea that what all can you do with your CAT score. So if you've been sad, if you've been this thing that, oh my god, CAT is not doing good for me, or if you're somebody who thinks that, you know what, these IIMs are unfair and they give so much weightage to certain categories and whatnot, and even if I score so much, I'll not do well, this and that. My dear friends, I am about to share with you the last B school on my list, and let me tell you, you can get access to these B schools even if you score around a 93, 94 percentile in CAT, because that is how they evaluate students. That is something which is important. Now the last B school is this one, Odensia. This B school is in France, ranked 43rd, and this is one of the top B schools which you can apply to. My dear friends, I must inform you that there are even more number of B schools which accept CAT scores. My objective was to give you the top B schools. I have one homework for you. Go to these Financial Times MIM rankings and check what is the ranking of IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Bangalore, IIM Calcutta, and let me know in the comments. I want somebody, or I want all of you to volunteer for this. Go down in the comments, let me know that what is the ranking of IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore and Calcutta in Financial Times rankings. You'd be surprised. These B schools are ranked above that, and these are very credible rankings. These are not those rankings कि अरे थोड़ा पैसा लेके बढ़ा दो, ऐसा नहीं है. These are very good, renowned rankings which people follow, and that is that. Now moving on from there, what I want to share with you is that what is the admission process, because that is extremely important for you to actually understand, because अभी आपको समझ आएगा कि ये वीडियो अभी at this point of time क्यों important है. See, there are two kinds of admission process which happens at different B schools. One is the rolling basis, which means as soon as you send the applications are reviewed, you are called for the online interview, and they give you the final outcome as well, that whether you are selected or not, and they keep on doing this until the seats are filled. The second one, which is a more prevalent one, is a round system, wherein they take in applications as per rounds and then they give out results as per the round. So usually there are 3 rounds in such B schools. Now the next question could be that which year's CAT score to be used. The validity of a CAT score is from the 1 year of when that score was announced. So say for example, if the CAT scorecard came out in January, then your CAT score is valid from January to January, which means that if you're applying before this year's January or the next January which is about to come, you can use your previous year's CAT score. However, if you're applying after January, which will happen if in case you're applying for the round 3, अभी I will be explaining you कि round 1 or round 2 or round 3 होता है कब, then you will know कि अगर आप round 3 में आ गए हो तो फिर आपको इस साल का जो next year जो CAT होगा अभी उसके लिए you will have to apply again. If you have any questions about this, what you should do, one thing is that join my free Telegram group, the link of which is in the description. That is one. The second thing is that if you still have more queries which you want to speak to me one-on-one, book a call with me using my Topmate link and we can speak one-on-one. This is important. Now let me quickly explain to you, my dear friends, what are these rounds and these things. First is, I had said that some B schools take in a rolling basis admission, which means that you apply online, they do your interview and they give you the admission. It happens in a single window, starts from sometime around August or September, which is right now, and it goes on. This entire process for one student takes about 2 to 4 weeks. Now moving on from there, the round system is like this. Your round 1 usually starts sometime in August, which is again right now. That is why this video becomes extremely important, and this round goes up till November, means that by the time November happens, your results, that whether you are given a final seat at that B school or not, is announced. Round 2 starts sometime in October and the results get announced in March. Now round 3 starts in February, because again the classes, they start in August. So this is the last round to which you can actually apply to, and that is why I had said, अगर तुम round 3 में apply कर रहे हो, जो कि Feb के बाद apply कर रहे होगे, तो उस समय तक नए साल के CAT scores भी आ गए होंगे, which means round 3 में apply करने के लिए तुम्हें फिर उस साल का CAT जो previous year, okay wait, मतलब कि round 3 which is of February 26, February 26 में अगर अप्लाई करते हो तो तुम्हें फिर CAT 2025 लिखना होगा. Whereas अगर round 2 में, which is right now, say in September, October, November, if you're applying, you can still make do with your CAT 2024 scorecard. That is it. That is what you simply need to know. My dear friends, my objective in this video was very simple, to give you an idea and exposure that yes, there is more to it. I wanted to pack as much value as I could to let you know that अच्छा कैसे करना है अप्लाई, क्या करना है. मैं सिर्फ लिस्ट दे के छोड़ देता ठीक नहीं लगता मुझे. I said that yes, let's give them more information, and that is what you have in front of you. Now, if this makes sense to you, do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be more content on what you could do in MBA in India or abroad. Thanks a lot and goodbye.